We're jumping into a career today that's less like a career and more like a force of nature, really.
Absolutely. We're talking Deontay, the bronze bomber, Wilder.
And when you say Wilder, one thing just dominates everything, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. The power. It's almost mythical. You look at the record, 44 wins, 4 losses, 1 draw. Okay. But then 43 knockouts.
It's staggering. That knockout percentage, the sources put it at 97.72%.
Which is, yeah, the highest, like, ever in heavyweight history. It's nuts.
It really is. And it wasn't just that he knocked guys out.
No, it was how fast. We looked it up, 20 of those KOs, so almost half, right? They came in the first round.
Unreal. Just a single shot could end it any second.
It's exactly the ultimate one-punch threat.
So today, we want to dig a bit deeper than just those highlights, you know? We'll understand where this guy even came from, because it's kind of surprising.
Right. The whole origin story, the WBC run, and obviously that Fury trilogy, which, well, that defined a lot.
Yeah, cemented him as this incredibly volatile and powerful figure in the sport.
And maybe the most surprising thing right off the bat, he started late, like really late for a top boxer.
20 years old. He walked into the gym in 2005.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. Most elite guys have been fighting since they were kids, basically. 10 years, maybe more by that age.
So it wasn't some lifelong dream then. It makes you ask, okay, why start then at 20? What was the push?
And the sources are really clear on this. It wasn't about fame or anything like that initially. It was pure necessity.
His daughter, right.
Exactly. His first child, his daughter Nyaya, was born with spina bifida. He needed money for her medical care, and, well, boxing seemed like the quickest, maybe the only viable path he saw at the time.
Wow. So that pressure, that need, it kind of explains the whole style, doesn't it? The need for a fast finish.
It's the bedrock, that personal drive. And what's wild is how fast he picked it up, even starting so late.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Within just 2 years, 2007, he wins the National Golden Gloves and the U.S. Championships.
Suggests just raw, incredible natural talent, doesn't it? Skipping years of the usual learning curve.
And then the Olympics the very next year, Beijing 2008.
Gets the bronze medal. Heavyweight division, and that's where the name comes from, right? The bronze bomber. A nod to Joe Louis, the brown bomber.
Yeah, iconic nickname born out of that desperation almost.
But it wasn't easy. The sources mention, and he's spoken about it, the immense pressure during that time, financially, emotionally.
He talked about depression, didn't he? Even contemplating suicide briefly.
Yeah, he was candid about that later, which is, it's important, you know, to understand the guy behind the bombs, this young father dealing with just crushing responsibility.
It's a stark contrast to the ring persona.
Totally. The destroyer in the ring, but driven by this need to protect and provide. It's complex.
So he turns pro right after Beijing 2008. He's 23. And that need for quick KOs, it carried right over.
Oh, immediately. His first 25 pro fights, all wins, all by knockout, and none went past 4 rounds.
Just building that reputation. This guy isn't here for points. He's here for the explosion.
Didn't need a plan B, really. The fights never lasted long enough to expose potential weaknesses or test his stamina, you know?
Which set up the big question, right? Could he actually box? Could he go the distance if needed? And that brings us to January 2015, Bermane-Stavern, WBC title fight.
Right. Huge moment. Because everyone expected, well, another Wilder KO or maybe Stavern weathering the storm.
But what happened?
Wilder won. Unanimous decision, went the full 12 rounds, and honestly, he boxed pretty well. Showed he had a jab, showed he could manage distance.
That was massive. It shut down a lot of the criticism about his stamina, his skills.
Absolutely. Proved he wasn't just a 4-round fighter. And the historical significance, too.
Yeah, tell us about that.
He became the first American heavyweight world champion since Shannon Briggs back in, 2007? It ended the longest drought in history without an American champ.
So he was carrying the hopes of U.S. heavyweight boxing, essentially.
Big time. And he took that responsibility seriously. He went on to defend that WBC belt 10 consecutive times.
10 times. That's huge. Puts him alongside some legends.
It matches Muhammad Ali's run of consecutive defenses. Only guys like Joe Louis, Laurie Holmes, Vladimir Klitschko, Tommy Burns have more. Elite company.
But those defenses weren't always easy walks in the park, were they? Some were real nail-biters where the power bailed him out.
Definitely. You think about the first Luis Ortiz fight, March 2018. Ortiz is tricky, powerful southpaw.
And Wilder got hurt in that fight, right? Badly hurt.
Yeah, in the 7th round, he admitted it later. He was buzzed, really struggling. Most guys might have folded there, especially someone reliant on finishing early.
But he didn't.
He survived. recovered. And then, classic Wilder, found the shot in the 10th round, knocked Ortiz out. Huge resilience shown there. Plus, that fight reportedly got him his biggest purse up to then, like $2.1 million.
Then you contrast that with the Stiverne rematch in 2017.
Total opposite. If the first fight showed durability, the rematch showed utter destruction. First round KO.
And the CompuBox numbers for that were just insane.
Yeah.
Yes, Stiverne landed 0 punches.
Yeah.
0. It was just a perfect display of speed and power.
No, his reign wasn't without its controversies and outside-the-ring drama either.
No, definitely not. There was the whole Alexander Povetkin situation.
Yeah.
Fight scheduled, big build-up.
Then Povetkin fails a drug test,
Right.
meldonium.
Right, fight gets canceled. But then it turns into this massive legal fight.
And Wilder actually won a significant amount in court over that.
Yeah, the reports say $7 million plus legal fees, making millions from a fight that never even happened. Shows you the kind of money involved at that championship level.
And then there were his comments. Some pretty dark stuff he said before fights.
Yeah, that definitely became part of his persona before the Stiverne rematch, before the Breazeale fight. Talking about wanting a body on his record, wanting to, kill someone in the ring.
Generated a lot of backlash, obviously.
Huge backlash. He tried to walk it back sometimes, but those comments are out there. It showed this, extreme mindset he cultivated. Whether it was just hype or something he genuinely felt, it was disturbing to many.
You can't really separate that kind of talk from the fact that he actually could hurt someone very badly with that power.
Exactly. It wasn't just selling tickets. It felt like he was selling the possibility of something truly final.
So all that power, that reign, the controversy, it all kind of led up to the defining conflict of his career.
The Tyson Fury trilogy, yeah, this was more than just boxing.
Clash of styles, personalities, just massive events.
The first one, December 2018. High anticipation. Ends in that split decision draw.
But Fury was largely outboxing him, right? Using movement, skill.
Yeah, the CompuBox numbers showed Fury outlanded him in 9 of the 12 rounds. Fury was controlling things for large stretches.
The knockdown.
The knockdowns, that's what everyone remembers.
Yeah.
Round 9, Wilder drops him. Then round 12, that massive knockdown. Fury looked out.
And somehow gets up, like something out of a movie.
Unbelievable moment. It just perfectly showed Wilder's unique danger. Even when being outboxed, he's always just one punch away, the ultimate equalizer.
But it also kind of showed his limitations, maybe. That reliance on the one big shot.
Yeah, Fury's game plan was clear. Move, frustrate, avoid the power, make Wilder work, and hunt.
Then came Fury to second, February 2020, and this time, things were different.
Very different. Fury came in heavier, more aggressive, took the fight to Wilder.
And Wilder went down, right? His
Right.
corner threw in the towel.
Yep. TKO lost in the 7th round. His championship reign was over. Fury bullied him, smothered him, never let him set his feet to land the big one. There was that weird knockdown early, too. Looked like an ear injury might have affected his balance.
Commercially, though, huge success.
Massive. Over 1 million PPV buys, reportedly 1.2 million. Huge numbers.
But the aftermath, Wilder didn't exactly take the loss gracefully.
No, that's putting it mildly. The excuses started almost immediately.
The ring walk costume being too heavy, like 40 pounds.
Yeah, and claimed it drained his legs. Then there were accusations about his water being spiked. It just, it didn't go over well.
Seemed like he just couldn't accept being beaten fair and square.
For a guy whose whole identity was built on dominance, maybe a straightforward loss was just unthinkable. So he needed these external factors to blame. But yeah, it hurt his reputation for a lot of fans.
Which led to the decider, Fury the Third, October 2021.
And this one was just a war. An instant classic. Probably one of the greatest heavyweight fights people have seen in years.
Non-stop action. How many knockdowns total?
5. Fury went down twice in the 4th round. Wilder showed incredible heart and power there. Looked like he might pull it off.
Wow.
But Wilder went down 3 times himself. Fury just kept coming, kept landing.
Yeah, the stats on punches landed were pretty telling for that one.
Fury landed 150 total punches. That's the most anyone had ever landed cleanly on Wilder in a fight. The volume, the pressure, the accuracy. It eventually overwhelmed even Wilder's power and resilience. Brutal finish.
Yeah, so after that epic trilogy, where does his career go? It's been a bit up and down since then.
Yeah, the classic late career roller coaster, you could say. He came back strong initially. October 2022, demolishes Robert Helenius in 1 round. Looked like the old Wilder. Power was definitely still there.
But then came that big upset loss, the Joseph Parker fight.
Right. December 2023 in Saudi Arabia. That fight was supposed to be the setup for a huge payday against Anthony Joshua. Everyone expected Wilder to win.
And Parker just completely outboxed him.
Totally neutralized him, won a wide unanimous decision. The scorecards were like 118, 110, 121, and 8. Really one-sided.
What went wrong for Wilder there?
Looked like serious ring rust. Parker used great movement, circled constantly, never let Wilder plant his feet for the right hand. Wilder just couldn't adapt, seemed hesitant to let his hands go.
Yeah, reports said he threw very few punches in some rounds.
Exactly. Parker landed way more power shots even. It was a masterclass from Parker on how to diffuse that kind of power with discipline and footwork.
That loss really seemed to put the Joshua fight and maybe his elite status in doubt. And then another loss followed.
Yeah, the TKO loss to Zhilei Zhang in June 2024, another big, heavy puncher. At that point, retirement talk was everywhere. Seemed like the logical next step.
But true to form, Wilder isn't done yet.
Nope. Just recently, June 2025, he got back in the win column. Stopped Tyrrell Herndon in the 7th round, his first win since that Hellenius fight in 22.
And he made it clear he's not hanging them up.
Yeah, he said something like, I laid off a long time getting myself back together. This is not the end. That same drive, maybe rooted all the way back to why he started, it's still there.
It's incredible resilience. And outside the ring, he's still a figure. Got that statue in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, May 2022. A bronze statue in his hometown. Nice tribute.
And he had that brief, interesting stint on reality TV.
Oh, yeah. The Traitors.
Yeah.
Early 2024. Didn't last long. Got pretty emotional, actually.
Broke down and decided to leave the show.
Yeah. It was kind of fascinating seeing that vulnerability again, The contrast between that guy and the Bronze Bomber persona is just massive.
So, summing it all up, Wilder's legacy is really about that tension, isn't it? Unmatched KO power, that incredible 97% rate.
Versus the adversity. The late start, the daughter's health driving him, the wars with Fury, the recent losses. And yeah, matching Ali with those 10 title defenses, that's a serious achievement.
Okay, so here's the final thought for you, the listener, to wrestle with. Wilder just got that win over Herndon. He says he's not done. He clearly wants one more run, maybe end on a high note after those tough losses to Parker and Zhang.
Right.
Knowing that fighters with good movement, guys like Parker, give him fits. Who should he target? If he wants a big, meaningful fight that maybe plays more to his strengths, perhaps someone less mobile, someone willing to stand and trade a bit more, who's the elite opponent out there that gives the Bronze Bomber the best chance to land that bomb one last time and make a final statement.